This is lesson 2.8b, and we are going to continue on doing operations. Our essential question for today: how do you solve multi-step single variable equations? Alright, let's solve these by t-chart. Draw my line down. This whole thing is being divided by 3, so I'm going to put it in parentheses. X minus 3 divided by 3. The last thing I said was divide by 3, so I'm going to undo that first by multiplying by 3 on both sides. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so I'm left with x minus 3 equals 2 times 3 is 6. I add 3 to make that minus 3 go away, but I have to do it on both sides. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0, so I'm just left with x on this side equals 6 plus 3 is 9, and then I need to check my answer. Alright, instead of x, I'm going to substitute in what I got, which was 9. So 9 minus 3 divided by 3, does that equal 2? 9 minus 3 is 6, and 6 divided by 3 does in fact equal 2. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, 2 equals 2. We are correct. X equals 9. On this next one, x divided by 4 plus 7 equals 2. I'd like you to go ahead and give that a try. I'm going to stop here for a minute. Draw your line. Go ahead and solve for x and then check to make sure your answer is correct. Alright, choose to start this one by subtracting 7 on both sides. So then I get x divided by 4 equals 2 minus 7 is negative 5. So then I would have to multiply by 4 on both sides. 4 divided by 4 is 1, so I'm left with x equals negative 20. And then we need to go ahead and check our answer. I'm going to plug negative 20 in for x, substitute it in there, so negative 20 divided by 4 plus 7 should hopefully equal 2. If it does, I'm correct. Negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5, plus 7 equals 2. Negative 5 plus 7 is 2. 2 equals 2, so we are correct. X equals negative 20. Alright, next one, let's do a t-chart here. 23 equals negative 7 plus 10x. Alright, so we need to get x by itself is being multiplied by 10, but first I have to get rid of that negative 7, so I'm going to add 7 to both sides. 23 plus 7 is 30, equals negative 7 plus 7 is gone, turned into 0, so I'm left with 10x. 10x is really 10 times x. To get rid of multiplication, I divide. So I'm going to divide by 10 on both sides, and I get 3 equals x. I check my answer. 23 equals negative 7 plus 10 times x, which we got 3. Substitute it in. And 23 equals, let's multiply first. So we have negative 7 plus 10 times 3 is 30. Then negative 7 plus 30 is 23. 23 equals 23. So we are correct. X equals 3. Alright, next one. 3x minus 6 equals 18. Draw the line down. Go ahead and solve this one with t-chart. I'm going to pause here for a second. Give you some time to do this one. Alright, let's see how you did. You should have got rid of the subtract 6 first by adding 6 to both sides. 3x equals 24. Divide by 3 on both sides. X equals 8. And then check your answer. 3 times x, which we got 8, minus 6 equals 18. And then 3 times 8 is 24. Minus 6 equals 18. And 24 minus 6 is 18, so 18 equals 18. So we know that x equals 8 is correct. Solve this equation using a t-chart. So 2 times x divided by 4 plus 7 equals 36. And instead of distributing this, I'm going to look at it as 2 times something. So to get rid of that multiplying by 2, I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. And so then I get x divided by 4 plus 7 equals 18. And then x divided by 4 plus 7, I said plus 7 last, so I'm going to get rid of plus 7 by subtracting 7 on both sides. So then I'm left with x divided by 4 equals, I'm going to keep my line going here, 18 minus 7 is 11. And to get rid of divide by 4, I'm going to multiply by 4 on both sides. 4 divided by 4 is 1, so I'm left with x equals 11 times 4 is 44. Which, if we check our answer, if we plug it back in with substitution and we simplify, we will get 36 equals 36, so I know 44 is correct. Alright, solve this equation using a t-chart, so I'm going to draw my line down. 7 plus this whole thing, x minus 3, is being divided by 4, and is equaling 42. So x minus 3 divided by 4 plus 7 is what I said last, is what I get rid of first. So I'm going to subtract 7 on both sides. So then I'm left with x minus 3 divided by 4 equals 42 minus 7 is 35. And now x minus 3 divided by 4, I said that part last, so that's the first thing I get rid of now. So I'm going to multiply by 4 to get rid of dividing by 4, but I have to do it on both sides. 4 divided by 4 is just 1, so I'm left with x minus 3. I don't need the parentheses anymore, which equals 35 times 4, which is 140. Feel free to use your calculators. And now x minus 3, to get rid of a minus 3, I add 3 to both sides, so x equals 143. Remember, it's a good idea to check your answers to make sure you're doing it correctly. If I plug 143 back in with substitution and I check it, I will get 42 equals 42. So I know that x equals 143 is correct. Solve the equation using t-chart. So negative 4 equals x divided by 20 minus 5. Draw your line down. For this example, we have x on the right side of the equal sign. That doesn't change how we go about solving our problem. So for this one, I'd like you to go ahead and try this one on your own. I'll pause and then you can check and see how you did. Alright, so we have x divided by 20 minus 5. I said minus 5 last, so that's the first thing I get rid of. I get rid of subtracting 5 by adding 5, and I have to do it on both sides. Negative 4 plus 5 is 1. So that equals x divided by 20. We got rid of the minus 5 because negative 5 plus 5 is 0. And now we have x divided by 20. To get rid of dividing by 20, I have to multiply by 20. And I do that on both sides. 20 times 1 is 20, which equals, let's see, 20 divided by 20 is 1, so I'm left with just 1x. X equals 20. Good idea to always check your answer to make sure that you are correct. If we plug this back in, we will get negative 4 equals negative 4, and so we know we are correct. And this concludes lesson 2.8b.